In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this is Tom Waddle, worn out former Chicago Bears wide receiver, and you are listening to Greg Bragg's in the Stands.
Training camp is back, and so is Bragg's in the Stands. Let's go!
The Bears, they started this new tradition last year where they celebrate their wins the correct way.
Waddle and Sylvie, ESPN 1000, don't miss it.
I know what you mean.
It's like their own Philly.
Okay. Okay, I think what it is.
We shouldn't be showing this. Am I crazy?
What a great sign that is. What have I told you? 17 minutes of rain would wash away 108 years of drought.
Do you see this team growing into the team that you were in 2005?
Good claps, everybody. They go big listen.
You are ridiculous.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Starts now.
Tape never lies.
The tape never lies.
Preview.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Gregory Braggs Jr., and this is Braggs in the Stands crossover edition with my guys from the Tape Never Lies Network. Introducing first, on my right, Shayne, the smartest man, Marsaw, always doing his thing. And, of course, my good friend, Draft Dr. Phil Ottochian, back from Punta Cana, and just in time because we just had a big day at Family Fest, getting all sorts of footage that I have no idea what the hell is on other than footballs being thrown. And that's why I wanted to bring in these guys here today, because I do the video. I have the fun in the stands. That's what it's all about at Braggs in the Stands. But I wanted to be able to bring these guys on to break down the videos and we pinpointed some of the best ones of the day and have these guys break down exactly what we saw here in, first week of training camp. Today was the first week of pads. Welcome to the show, guys. I'll start with you, Phil. How you doing today?
Yo, glad to be back in the great USA. And football is the greatest game in the world. And I'm excited, Greg, because I was driving home tonight with my wife. We went out to dinner, and I was telling her, hey, I got to go live tonight with Greg. He just did a tremendous job. And, with your wife, you just were on vacation. Everybody knows the story. But she's like, oh, my God, yeah, that's how you met Greg. This is how you met Greg. You scouted Greg doing these videos and giving you the look, if you go back to my Twitter days, of what I wanted to see as a coach to analyze what is going on with the Chicago Bears, because the media, there's clearly some guys that don't know the game of football. Then there's guys that troll and steal Greg's videos and use them as their own and pretend like they fucking did it or they were there. And then there's guys that actually give credit to where it's due. And that would be me, because I and Shayne have a code, an ethics, if you will. We call it like we see it. Thus our shows and the tape. But as far as giving the paints, there's nobody better, right, Jeff Roth? Than Greg going to a live event and capturing the moment in the perfect angle. And you could say whatever it is you want about Greg, but fans all around the world, I went on a little mini rant today. I got to shout out Ivan Vargas and Sean Sierra for going live and showing fans like Greg. You opened the door to the Bears Nation to see this. I think the Chicago Bears have dropped the ball every fucking way, left, right, and indifferent when it comes to allowing your fans in COVID, in pandemics, and everything you've had to endure, open up and telecast with Jeff fucking Joniak's ass and Tom Thayer, Jim Miller, and allow them to analyze the football field and the practice and go around like you were at the combine and let the Bears. There's nothing that any team is going to get advantage. If a team, Greg, wanted to be in the stands like Greg, if the Packers are in the stands, they could film just like Greg. So there's no advantage. Give to your fans that are in Jamaica, in the Dominican Republic, in Puerto Rico. I met 40 Bears fans down in DR. It's crazy how far this team travels. And Greg, I salute you. I'm so glad you picked up the phone and called me like, Phil, I want you to break down these videos tonight. Come on the show and do it. And I was down to do it. And shout out to my wife for motivating me to give you that. No, she's like, Greg, this is the story. Remember when we first met, Greg, to get to this point. This is where Shayne's vision and all of it collide. So that's where we are. And if you don't like backstories or context, then go to another channel and talk about the color of your ejaculate. Or whatever.
Well, now put a bow on that rant.
This is a surprise tonight.
That stuff makes babies, and we don't need any of that in this house.
Yeah, you got enough of the baby factory going on over there. I appreciate that, Phil, a lot. I'm just having fun, just a fan in the stands. But yeah, of course, as soon as I got in my car, I started prepping this show because I knew I wanted to go live tonight so people could, relive what I got to see in person. They did this on a Tuesday in the morning. A lot of people can't take off work. A lot of people can't go to this kind of thing. And, I did speak with some people that's right. But Greg can. Lucky you guys. And I was actually speaking with a member of the personnel of the Bears, front office, and they were saying that it was actually Nagy's decision because next Saturday is the home game. They normally like to do these on a Saturday at night where they do fireworks, but logistically this year they had to do it on this Tuesday. They didn't want to do it last Saturday because that was too soon. They couldn't do it this upcoming Saturday because then you're falling into the game week of preparation. So that's inevitably how it got picked for a Tuesday morning. So I had a lot of fun
Tuesday
today.
night, Greg. Maggie running empty at the goal line right here. Allow some of these people to get out of work, go over there, check out the Bear.
How many opportunities are you going to get to see Justin Fields live at Soldier Field?
Exactly.
And then it's Andy Dalton is getting the keys unless something changes here in the next month. This is the fans are death starved to see him. Exactly.
This is his first time.
It's a big deal. But this didn't just happen. It's been 102 years of ineptness. They seem to have figured some things out, but not everything. So I guess it's going to be baby steps from here on out. But man, if they can fuck something up, guys, they're going to do it. We know that, but I guess at this point we can't be greedy because we were waiting for them to fuck it up back in April, and they seem to figure it out.
And we need to help them. They figured it out because TTNL said,
we're not going to stop hammering
them. Do this. Stream the goddamn practice.
Oh,
the
my
Vikings
God,
do it.
Patriots
do it.
Brag's got that fucking Tulicki Vision app on his phone. Use that
shit. Hey, now, I don't want to get the guillotine too, Shayne. So,
listen, it doesn't. One last thing, because I know I'll be ranting on this again tomorrow, so I'll keep it short. It's just I think I'm talking to the organization, Ted Phillips, George, the collaboration crew. You owe it to your fans because you've condensed training camp. Greg, you've been at camp twice now. You're going to be on the show tomorrow, so we'll save all that shit to tomorrow. But I will give a cheat code here, a little perspective. They allow 1,000 in, but 1,000 aren't showing up. Right. So a lot of people aren't getting the opportunity to see. And you've heard me on the show say, as a kid growing up, going to the Jets and Patriots training camps, I'll never forget that.
Right.
It was a formulation of who I am to be able to be this close to Mark Gastineau and Freeman McNeil and so on and so forth, Drew Bledsoe and Willie McGinnis. So those things really formulate your football love, and it's unfair to kids and it's unfair to fans. I know Greg knocks kids out of the way.
Got to do what I got to do to get the shot, guys.
I'm kidding. So
if I don't knock a kid out of the way, then we don't get to see this shot. There it is.
That's why you're so good, Greg. You get it. You get the moment. That was great. I like the kid. That wasn't you, though.
It wasn't me. Somebody yelled, "You're going to be king of the city."
Greg tried that on Mitch 3 years ago. I did fucking
you notice the captions on my tweets now are much more watered down than 2018. I learned my lesson. I put one video up, and we'll show it a little bit of Goodwin doing a they're doing just quarterback with 3 wide receiver sets, and it took Fields forever to get the ball out of his hands. Everybody's All I put was Fields to Goodwin, and people are acting like I hyped up the throw. The DBs had him locked up. That's why it took so long to get him out. But I've learned my lesson about overhyping. So we talked
about that a little bit this morning while Phil and I were unfortunately at work and didn't have the benefit of being at Family Fest. Yeah,
Greg totally rubbed that in our face.
But that's the thing, you see Justin Fields hit a guy in stride down the sideline. And everybody's like, oh yeah, I see Ben Albright sent out a tweet that about Trey Lance today. He was like, yeah, I've heard people say Pat Mahomes 2.0, and I'm like, okay, whatever, from fucking training camp practice. But then if, like what you just said, Greg, he goes out there and don't forget, this fucking defense is good. You know what I mean? They're going to make their fucking plays too. This is the NFL. If he goes out there and throws an interception, there's going to be a bunch of meathead fucking fans, and they're going to say, oh my God, yeah, I knew it. Yeah, this guy sucks. He's going to be Trubisky. He's going to be Foles. Yeah, fuck Nagy.
Well, that's what people don't get about training camp coverage. It's easy. Like what I'm doing, is just everybody's so thirsty for any kind of football content. So I'm just taking little moments. And no, I'm being better about not making any grand proclamations off of these training camp videos. But yeah, that's what people do. They take it, whatever they see, they take it and run with it, negative or positive. I used to post just positive plays. Now I've learned to try to spread it out and show the whole story. And, it's just funny the way fans will blow in the wind with each one. None of this, it matters. These reps matter, but none of this equals anything. This isn't a math equation. And then when you see said play equals put on the gold jacket,
Exactly.
Justin Fields had a whole day of some quality throws. That deep ball that went viral, that was one deep ball. That was the first deep ball I've seen in 3 practices from him. Everything else has been mostly intermediate routes from him. But guess what? It goes viral because people want to see it. We haven't seen football in a year, and we haven't been to Soldier Field in 590 days since I had been there. So people are just thirsty for this stuff. It's a part of hope springs eternal, and everybody just wants to get on board and dream about a Lombardi trophy in their house one day. That's all this is. And, we'll see how it goes, but certainly feeling good about our prospects now that we do have a direction with Justin Fields.
Did Dalton have a visor on today? I know the other 2 guys did. Did Dalton, was he wearing a visor today?
I didn't see.
I saw in other practices we had all 3 guys wearing different colored visors, but
like their coach. Listen, this is what the tape never lies exists for. This is what it exists for. Oh, visors, like shields.
Right.
Yeah. I call it shield.
I thought you meant like a Nagy.
So did I. I thought you meant a Nagy visor too.
No, because Dalton had the orange one the other day. Foles had the
think
mirrored
Justin
one.
has one.
Let me
Fields went to the clear one too. Yeah.
How come 2 things real quick? I was going to save it for tomorrow. Nick Foles all of a sudden gets cool when he's on the trading block. He's wearing a dark shield. He looks like a master out there, like he's a kung fu Jedi master of quarterback. Then the second thing, there's a couple things. Greg, I just want to piggyback off that. Like, we've had a lot of conversations. So when Justin's rolling left and he throws an off-center throw and it's 7 yards, all of a sudden everyone's thirsty for it and goes, ever.
Look at this guy. We'll let him have his fun for today.
That's a live picture of him. You saw we were doing a crossover.
I'm sorry that Phil and Shayne are on here. Next time it'll just be me and you.
But the tape never lies exists for people like whoever that was. Like, I'm worried about Leno now. It's fucking August.
Oh my God, that's been the thing. Kevin Jenkins is out, and we got rid of a Mr. Consistency. Yeah, consistently fucking terrible.
Consistently terrible there's an improvement on the practice squad. Stop with the panic. There's plenty of time. When you're being cautious with an injury. That's it.
Did you see this from Ryan Cox?
What? Right. Nate Tice is literally quote tweeting Brad's video.
I don't know who Nate Tice is.
That's Mike Tice's son. He's on
the Bears staff, isn't he? Or is he somewhere? No, he's got some job with the NFL.
He does the fucking podcast with the Robert
Mays. Oh, cool. It has, and that's what's funny. One day of video, And it's literally, I mean, people are so thirsty.
But you're
for
good
Justin
at what you
Fields
do.
content, and it's taking off like wildfire. It was my one opportunity to do video because it wasn't at Hallis Hall. It was at Soldier Field where fans are allowed to have their phone out and not get yelled at. And it's just funny. If you just allow this, you know, as Phil said earlier, and I've pointed out numerous times, even at Hallis Hall where they only allow 1,000 fans, if they could get 1,000 to show up, you're not vetting the 1,000 fans that are there. They could be Packers personnel with Bears shirts on. Or I could do these videos, not post them, and sell them to the Green Bay Packers. So if you're having open practices with fans, then and you're so paranoid about it getting out there, then really at the end of the day, you shouldn't be having open practices where you're showing things that you're that nervous about. But even then, it's a silly thought, because when you have other teams live streaming their entire training camp,
yes, exactly,
then you're not reinventing the wheel. You're just learning fundamentals, and that's all I'm trying to show is the experience. And you're trying to keep that from me because I'm going to give up the playbook.
First,
really,
let me
that
say,
has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with social media and being first in line to get the content out there.
First of all, you do a better job. I'm serious than the social media department of the Chicago Bears. It's that simple. You capture the moment and you just allow it to live for what it is. I don't need this fancy dressing with fucking, what's that little character they have? Staley the Bear.
Well, I mean,
people don't want that.
Yeah,
Save that for Larry's show.
Well, certainly what I do is what fans want. Now, that's not to take away from what they do in the editing room and make it and dial it up. I can't do any of that. I just have my cell phone. That's it.
Nobody needs that,
it's just
bro.
post and quick. And I'm not saying their Twitter handle should be posting like I do, but I certainly think there is a place for it.
There's enough fucking hype out there. If I'm running the fucking show, or Phil or Greg or anything, even in the social media, you have a fucking count. Justin Fields, Soldier Field debut. The team is back. Greg, you were there in the tunnel, capturing Justin Fields coming out of the tunnel for the first time. Was the Bears social media crew, were they there?
They don't understand football.
That's what I'm saying. I may not know how to edit.
It's fucking terrible.
I've seen it, but I do know what fans are looking for. Let me
tell you a quick story about Shayne Marsaw. The day they hired Mark Trestman, right?
I know where you're going.
Shayne notices something in the background that's completely off. And I can't remember what it was. Maybe you do. But it was like George Hallis's name was spelled wrong or something. There's always a miss in the moment.
There's little things like that matter. You know, when they say every inch, every detail matters. It is
like being in the tunnel
right.
when the fucking rookie first round pick that has this whole city by the coat hangers or whatever the term is, by their heartstrings. Everybody's living to see this kid. You know where your media department should be? Not at the 50-yard line having, what's her name? Tanya, whatever, Sandich. What's her name? The social media girl on the loudspeaker. They show she's blonde girl.
Oh, boy, you butchered that fucking name.
I don't remember her name. Somebody in the chat.
Who, Greg?
Greg.
What?
The blonde girl.
The girl that's
Lauren Screeden.
Screeden. Instead of going to Screeden, go to Sweden down there and see the freaking rookie running out of the tunnel.
Right.
Like HBO gets it with Hard Knocks. You think they're going to miss that shot? No, they're going to be right there. Greg
Bragg. Like when I was at Hallis Hall, as soon as gates open, I might do a couple things when you're walking in, but I go straight to the field. Why? Because there's moments that could happen. And when I get to the field, who's by the field? DeAndre Houston-Carson's on the field. Nobody else is around. Nobody. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if I'm just a bricklayer with a phone, and there's a fan in the stands.
I love it.
And it's like, but you're gonna try to they have 900 signs around the whole campus saying no video.
So
but you guys are not out there. And the fans there's so many fans around the world that want to see this stuff. Okay, you don't want every play up. I can work with that. I can work around that. I've shown that. But it's like, it's just so silly to me because they try to, push it off as, no, this is about the playbook, and it's not. It's about the media, social media, and being the first to put it up. And it's so
you're
silly.
Worried about your fucking some plays and training camp, getting out there and showing while you're streaming a fucking practice. This says one thing, that your team's not good. That's all that comes down to.
I mean, the Patriots live stream their practices, and they've been to plenty of Super Bowls.
No, I say it all the time. They live stream all of these types of fan fests because they have fans that want to be or can't be in the stands. And that is an understanding. There's a bond and relationship. There's an abusive relationship with the Chicago Bears and their fan base. We saw it with the collaboration presser, and they turned it around, and we're back. Everybody's back on board because of Justin Fields, Tevin Jenkins, Larry Borum, all of it, right? But the reality is
it's Justin Fields.
You're dropping the ball.
Fields. The pick was Justin Fields.
Greg's like, you're dropping the ball with the fans. I kid you not. I met a dude, my boy James Hallis from Queens, in the airport in Dominican Republic. He is from Queens, New York. He can't go to the Hallis Hall. First, he's got to go there. Second, he's got to win a ticket for 1,000 that aren't showing. I saw someone over there that said, I would love to go. I put in my name 4 times. Well, go to Hallis, stand by the bus, and see if anybody has a ticket for you. That's a trick that I heard. If you really want to go over there, stand by the gate if you can't get in. If you want to get in, and ask people.
Well, the
if you
word
have
is
an
when I
extra ticket.
had the same conversation with the people that work with the Bears, they said they are going to try to figure this out where they do maybe potentially allow a first come, first serve basis at the Hawthorne Mall. And they are trying to re-release tickets. It's hard because they've already committed to 1,000 each day, even though 1,000 aren't showing up. So logistically, they're just trying to sift through that. But they certainly are trying to because they're trying to make money. They're selling alcohol there. They're selling merchandise. And only 300 to 400 fans are showing up per practice when they are expecting 1,000. So I know that they certainly are going to try to figure it out.
More accommodating. It's not. Chubb said, imagine flying all the way across the world and some communist is telling you can't film something that's so basic as a one-on-one drill. It has nothing to do with a playbook. It's a slant route versus a DB doing fundamental drills. Everybody should be able to see it. When there's a time period and a time frame where you're going to work on your secret playbook, Nagy, then you can then shut it down to video.
It is what it is.
Especially under the circumstances, though, Phil, just real quick, Greg, because, listen, would you say 590 days? You said that was the first time you'd been back in 590
since the Chiefs-Bears game.
And
2 years ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And that that tells you everything you need to know. I mean, this wasn't just and I understand, I think Cal had in there, it's hyped up about Justin Fields in the tunnel for practice. But no, that's exactly what you should do.
That's
you should
exactly
hype up all of this.
Get to Sean Sierra's comment.
This is the people getting back in the stands, returning to some normalcy, a big part of it. And the Bears just continue to drop the ball with little things like that. It's embarrassing.
Just do.
Yeah,
and Greg,
it is. It's antiquated.
Going back, Sean, you hit it out of the park. Going back, I just want to say this. I know Cars is going to be mad, but Greg has a talent, a visual talent, but also a feel. And there's certain quarterbacks that have an anticipation ability and feel in the pocket that delivers. So it's a talent where you're in the right place and you understand the situation and you frame it. And that's how I first met this dude. And we've been friends. I've been lucky to meet Greg. We have a lot of laughs. We've had our disagreements. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but it's
like what?
This right here. We joke about the Greg Braggs
rule. Scroll out.
We're just glad that Greg doesn't have any responsibilities, no family, no kids, no job, that he can just show up to this stuff.
Marketing, you're marketing your brand. There should be no limitation for a fan wherever they traveled from the Philippines or Brazil, like Gustavo, to see their favorite football team and capture a play or a moment and share it on their Facebook page for your fans to say, wow, I'm excited about the season. I'm going to go down there and buy some tickets so I can do the same thing.
That's all I'm trying to do.
That's
I'm just trying to capture the event I'm at, whether it's tailgating or at the Bears draft day party or at training camp or going to the game and being in the stands. I am just trying to represent the fans. And so I'm not trying to make waves. I don't want the organization to hate me. So I try to play by the rules. Do the rules upset me sometimes? Sure. So I try to do something different. When I was at Hallis Hall, I was just doing pictures with my captions because they said no video. Okay, I can play this game and do it differently than I was doing it before. That's fine. But, today they were at Soldier Field, so I had an opportunity to do video where it was still allowed. All fans were all over the stands doing video. So I'm going to do it as well. And that's what I wanted to share with all you guys. So I say
maybe you said it, but with Family Fest, did they cap it at a specific amount that it couldn't go beyond,
amount of fans? No.
Yeah. So they didn't.
They want more fans. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The representative I was speaking to, he was asking me if I thought they should just make it free. And I said, I mean, sure, but unless you put it on a date and a time where people can actually go, the number's not going to be that much different. The tickets were only $10. Everybody's got $10. So, if they make it free, the number might go up a little bit more. But I just think being on a Saturday night is what it would have had 15 to 20,000 fans there.
Even a Thursday
night, Saturday night,
Thursday night, or Tuesday night. Even if it's at night.
Certainly at night.
It needs to be at night to allow
people don't work preferably.
Not everybody's a teacher. One last point, then I'll shut up. One last thing on this. Football-wise, as a coach, I will tell you this. You can't have it both ways, Nagy, and the Chicago Bears. You can't say, well, we're running simple philosophies, simple coverages, simple plays in our playbook.
They're going to get in the 202 next year.
Yeah, during preseason. But when the season starts, that's when and then not allow fans to show up and film this stuff, because there is, and when I say this, 0.0 chance that the Packers, the Patriots, or anybody's going to get an advantage tuning in tonight, watching us break this down, because you know what? It's all on tape for them every week in the NFL. It's not anymore passing a VHS or a DVD to the next opponent on a Wednesday night or Wednesday morning so they can study you, which you would do in high school. It is known. Everybody's got everybody's film. There's no tricks unless you're putting them in that week of practice, and there's no fans there. So stop with this training camp sabotage of Greg and others. It's ridiculous. That's my final thought, like Bill Maher.
There it is. I like Bill Maher. So let's rock and roll into it, because we have a good handful of videos, and I know we got a little bit of a time limit. We're also going to be on tomorrow night,
keeping it 100 tomorrow night.
Every Wednesday night on the Tape Never Lies Network, and yours truly is going to be a guest of honor, Cars.
We didn't tell Phil. We didn't tell him.
You're out. This is it.
We'll talk about that off air.
Okay. Well, let's get into it, because I'm going to start with Draft Dr. Phil's favorite guy, and that is David Montgomery.
Look at
this. What you see here.
You're getting in motion. Obviously, tight end wing. They love that run back. So they're going to go front side. If you could pull it back,
Jimmy Graham in regular
season.
Pull
it back, but we can.
Jimmy Graham in regular season form.
Watch Jimmy. So look at Sam. I'm looking Sam getting bullied by the rookie. So I want to start there. I wish we could pull these back. So watch the center. This is not a good sign. Rookie Chris Tonga pushes Sam Mustipher all the way into the back. You don't want to see that, but look at Montgomery. You see him, Shayne?
Oh, yeah.
Now watch Montgomery read the centers getting bullied there. And he's obviously, look, the foot traction that David Montgomery has, there's been a lot of hype.
The last defender sprinting down the field? Play that back and tell me who you see is the last defender. He's also the highest paid defender.
Look at Borum doing a great job there.
See, number
oh,
52.
Khalil Mack.
Shocker, right? Those things matter. You may not think that matters. That is what a fucking leader does right there. You sprint down and you go, and I'm telling you, things like that are separators on teams, and they get overlooked. And yes, it was just one rep in a practice, but Phil, you've been a coach. That shit stands out.
Oh my God!
Khalil Max
Khalil's running.
Beyond?
I gotta run.
Oh shit!
Just like he said, Greg said earlier, Houston Carson, first guy out there. I gotta be out there. You look at this play, the tight end, obviously, tight end wing to the front. Jimmy's gonna come backside. He's got to kick out 50. That's coming free. He's waiting. Does a shit job. And
little Olay move.
Yeah, just square your shoulders, Jimmy. Obviously, you're not going full speed here. They're going thud. You heard Coach Nagy use the term thud. What does that mean for those of you that never have played the game? That means full contact into pads. Thud. Then you're going to drive. If you're interior, I don't know what it looks like based on run it again, and we'll talk over it. Tonga is obviously fighting to front side. They're running inside zone. They pull the backside wing to kick out. So it formulates a cutback. You look at our guy, Larry Borum, just taking that defensive lineman down the line of scrimmage. It creates a whole cutback lane, and that's what you want to see. Borum obviously playing left tackle. You heard Coach Nagy talking about it. That's what you got to do as a coach. This is versatility everywhere that you want to be here.
This is what the Bears used to do in the past. They'd go out and they'd get a grizzled vet that's washed to eat up reps there rather than play a guy like Borum out there. These reps for Larry Borum right here are invaluable for him, each and every single one of them. And I saw somebody in the chat say, our tackles are hurting and Tonga is strong. Well, the issue where that philosophy falls apart is that was your starting center that he was destroying there.
Yes. That is your. This is what Shayne and I
tackles. Yeah.
This is all I'm going to be watching. TTNL, Greg giving us the paints here, and I will
say that Tonga on the one-on-one drills they were doing versus D-line versus O-line. I only captured one, and it was Bilal Nichols, which we'll see in a little bit. But on the play prior to Bilal, Tonga went. I'm not sure who he was faced up against because everything's happening so fast, and you got different drills going on each side of the field, so your head's kind of spinning, especially when you're doing video and trying to post this stuff like I am. And Tonga certainly a few times had my head turned like, damn, like that was, and then I missed it where I couldn't like show, but he certainly has power.
There's two draft moments for DDP, Shayne, that I get out of my seat for, and it was Jenkins and Tonga, and these are why you want strength at the point of attack. Obviously, the COVID stuff with Goldman, Shayne. Now we have Scales, we have Christian Jones, and who's the other one? Goldman, Scales, Jones, and there's one more.
Yeah, just one second. It's Elijah Wilkinson, Christian Jones, Patrick
another
Scales,
tackle,
and Eddie Goldman. And I know there was some stuff out there. People were saying that, Eddie Goldman's sitting out because of COVID, but he has been vaccinated.
Exactly.
Eddie Goldman. So this is
it could be a family member, proximity stuff.
Well, and it could have been all of these guys could have been, it could be from the same group, the same people.
Give me a tackle or give me death. That's right, Irish Rastafarian. That is the quote because you're seeing it. Look at Borum to Shayne's point. Stop worrying. Let's watch Borum. This is a down block. He's forced that D. You see the kiss by Cody Whitehair?
Just right there, Phil.
Pull it back, Greg. Do it again.
The number one thing that was asked about Borum today, I believe it was Brad Biggs, that says, does he have the footwork? Not saying that this is elite level, but right there,
yes,
I mean, come on.
That's textbook.
Yes, he's got enough.
Cody Whitehair kisses. What does that mean? If you're not a TTNL patron, you don't know. Kiss, the guard is going to get work to his inside shoulder. Give a hand on him. Greg's not one of the $7 member. So
kiss is keep it simple, stupid.
No, kiss block. You're both getting your pads on him. So if the guard gets his hand on the defensive tackle, play it, Greg. So let's watch Cody Whitehair, the last one. And my dad did say Borum is his favorite tackle in the entire draft. There you see white hair. Now Borum takes him. So play it one more time, Greg. Let's watch it. This is perfect technique here. Watch Cody going on to Bilal Nichols. He's going to work to his inside shoulder, gets him turned. Now he's turned. Now Borum takes him down the line of scrimmage. It's playing in unison. No way Charles Leno could do that with that kind of physicality. On one play, you're seeing a difference. And again, this is just a goddamn thud scrimmage. So we want to break this down with context. Like Greg said, we've taught him. Like, don't get all excited on these highlight plays.
Getting excited.
This is where the dirty stuff. So that
let's
go
play
to one. You know, I love. I see Dave. Do you real quick? David Montgomery, fast.
Get excited.
Fast. Does he look faster, Greg, in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 days of practice, 2 not in pads. I mean, you know, David's a hard worker. That's what you see every time.
Do you feel nervous that there's only over 200 people live listening?
I am extremely nervous. I'm extremely nervous.
I can't see how many
your
people
counter is stretching out here, bro.
I know. They're all gonna tune in, I'm sure, next week. So anyway, Greg. Listen, we spent like 10 minutes on that. Yes, I got like 25 more videos, so you guys.
There we go.
We got till
9:20.
Steven Johnson just texted and said, "The fuck you do have 24."
Yeah, so let's go to the next. Go through
Pick
this.
Your best. I haven't seen any of them.
They're all the best. So here we go.
Here we go. They're going in motion trading. Now they're bringing this new kid, 82. Oh, action game. Who's the running back there? Oh, that's Artavis Pierce. So you see the thud. Let's watch the back first. So they're trading 81 and Jesse James, number 18, right?
Yeah.
Action, good action fake there. I do not like Artavis Pierce catching Ataju. How do you say his name?
Ataju. Yeah.
Ataju. Let's watch it again. They're going to go action off of the fake trade. So they're going back. Now they're going in motion to see the coverage. We can't see it. Great job, 81. Up at the front side.
JP Holtz.
JP stepping up.
Talk about the LSU kid there, 79, playing left tackle. I know they said he struggled a little bit today, and I mean, I think you can see it a little bit.
Javier Simmons?
No, this is my God.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally the first thing that I was watching because I
didn't get to the tackle.
There's more than a few times you'll see in these videos where the offensive line breaks down, where a lot of these plays could have very well been sacks.
So what happens here on action? You're faking zone. So let's go back to it. So he's blocking.
Well, that's
a spot.
That's the Leno tribute.
Before we blame him, I want to see what the guard does. Because this is second team offensive line. So the guard messes up, guys.
Yep.
Okay, so it isn't number 79. This is why we watch the film.
Come out, right.
He doesn't come out. The center is going to take my boy Island. Let's do it again, Greg, one more time. Island's going to step to the right. He's got the defensive tackle. How do I know this? This is simple because it's action this way. So the left tackle is going to step outside and allow that guard to pick him up. He's got to look for anybody else coming, and no one else comes, so he'll double team with him. The guard is number 71, Hambright. He did not do that correctly. So one guy fucks up. Can I swear on your show? Because I could swear on mine.
You can swear on
one guy messes up. That, everybody's on Greg's highlight film is blaming 79, and Hambright is the guy that's got to step outside, block that end. They double team. He frees up his outside hand in case there's a nickel or corner blitz. That's what the action game is there. So don't blame 79. Let's go to the next one.
Another play action, but this time Justin Fields throws it. So let's see what you guys think here. And I apologize about the calibration on some of these videos. I don't know with the
Android.
There we go.
No.
82 impressed me today. What's his name? I know he's new. Action again. See how he squares up his shoulders, come back.
Where did you not see that? And this
is key.
This predates Mitchell, Jay Cutler,
Jay Cutler.
They all fell. They were all falling backwards.
Falling away. Watch him square. See how he bends his ass back. That shows me that you're getting yourself square to deliver either to the short or the mid route that's coming across. See the tight end running the drag? So now he's looking. The tight end's there, 81, also 18, and you have the short route there. So you can hit any of those options if you get your ass down and shoulder square as you come off action. Watch, he's blind, squares. Look at how he turns that shoulder. You love that. You want to see 17 drive up, but again, that's the new kid Hardy, right? He took Anthony Miller's spot.
Trying to learn all these new wide
Number
receivers
6,
certainly has been a challenge. I actually have I could go get it, a list
Jeff
of the players. It is. Well, and you've got so many double numbers.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Yeah, and everybody. And they have the ability to, like Hardy being number 6. I mean, that's something that they can transfer to the regular season this year. So,
right.
Is 81 JP Holtz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he looks like he's coming. He looks like he's coming in shape.
Yeah, he's in better shape. 100%.
He's definitely in better shape. Shayne and I, real quick, while Greg gets the. We've been very hard on JP Holtz. As you know, if you've watched DDP's TTNL, good job, Greg. They use JP as a fullback and a wing, and then they try to use him as a blocking tight, and it's embarrassing. So if he's worked on his body and his craft, let's see what he does on these
17
2 plays.
is Chris Lacey.
It's Chris Lacey.
Chris Carter points
Thank
out.
you, Chris Carter, 77.
Yeah, there's a lot of new faces in the wide receiver group, 100%, which is
Lacey.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Lacey's an interesting cat. I want to the other kid, 82. Give me his name. Way. Way.
Jester Way. I think
Jester Way.
Just don't see, all these new names, and it's hard for me to imagine any of them really even making the team. Because
you're seeing a fundamental switch in what the Bears are trying to do at wide receiver. I mean, you saw they want the short area quickness and then the explosive speed. And that's really what you're seeing with a lot of these guys they brought in. And we're not used to that in Chicago.
I'll tell you what, and we'll move on to the next
One more
video.
play. I just want to see the center. Every rep, I got to see my boy Dieter Eyes. I want to see what he does here. He's going against Tonga Shayne now. So we're getting them different.
You'll see a difference.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now he's going to he destroyed him off, and then he's got to carry on the face.
So Shayne mentions speed at wide receiver, and one guy that certainly has been turning heads every day at practice, who has no question top line speed on this team, is Marquise Goodwin. Obviously no secret from the San Francisco 49ers, but this guy is tough to cover with a capital T.
Now, if you paid attention to Shayne and I, this is my sleeper of who's going to be the surprise late signing. If he stays healthy, everybody and their brother is going to tell you how much they loved him to begin with. But the thing about us now, we don't have anybody deleting our past shows. So they'll live there I'm really excited about Marquise Goodwin. And I really believe what you're seeing right here is where he's going to go. I believe he's going to be a bigger star on this football team than people even can imagine. I really do. And I said that before. And the other guy is Thomas Ives, that I feel like is somebody that's that under the radar. We're going to talk about him tomorrow, but I just loved Goodwin.
And what their plan is, and what you're going to see it. And I mean, I don't think this is breaking news, but maybe there is some people that haven't heard it or seen it, but their plan is to really probably move Allen Robinson they want to play him more in the slot position, move him inside and let him do his work there.
We got to give them credit for this.
No, absolutely.
This
but then
brilliant.
Then you're getting the speed outside with Goodwin, the kid that they got from New England, along with Mooney. And then you look at your guys that you have working on the inside with Allen Robinson, Cole Kmet, and now Jimmy Graham. You want to talk about some mismatches inside, Phil? Speak on that as a head coach. How that is what's going to keep opposing defensive coordinators up.
Let me tell you something. I was a slot receiver. The slot as a coach, the slot and the tight end were the things that drove me insane because I could take away a speed guy by coverage. I could do that. What I can't do is stop somebody from continuously beating us down the middle of the field. That is like a nightmare for a defensive coordinator. So to Shayne's point, when you put Allen Robinson and you put a growing Cole Kmet who's building confidence, and some of these guys that are young, I'm telling you, Thomas Ives, I haven't been at camp, but every time someone's sending me a clip of Ives, he's catching the fucking ball with his eyes, his hands, laying out. He's doing everything in his power. I cannot wait to watch him play. But that interior, putting Allen Robinson there with those outside speed guys, Goodwin, you are going to be in a position where the national media is going to be like, where did this come from? And Matt Nagy's going to look like a fucking genius. But really, ultimately, this is how you do it, baby. You get these interior. You got to get that tight end down the seam. You got to get it going.
We've been screaming for that for years.
But
we got to let Greg do his thing, man, because I didn't realize
it's a
we
good
are
segue right there.
Yeah,
that's a good segue there because the next
we
one
can always show these tomorrow.
That's
More
true.
of them tomorrow.
Andy Dalton to Cole Kmet here in the flat.
Perfect segue, Shayne. I mean, Greg. Look at Borum. Oh, I love it. Little bit behind him. See how he had to gather behind. So what they're doing, you're seeing man-to-man here. 22 has to bow outside, and they drop into zone. Look at Desai. Look at Vildor coming up. I like what I see from Borum. So there's so many things to look at. Let's watch the center first. He's going up against rookie. No, he turns. He does a pretty good job there. The ball's behind Cole. So he's running a shallow cross here, it looks like. Yep. He's coming across. They're going up against the zone. He's going to get hit there, but bad pass by Andy behind him. Shayne, do you see it? Let's watch it one more time. I'm going to watch. We saw the center. I saw Borum. Let's watch the right tackle here. 73. It's going up against a Tucci. Well, three-step game. Nothing really there, I could tell you. But
it's Pig Simmons is the right tackle there. Lachavius, they call him.
Lachavius.
I know everybody refers to him.
Damian Williams here going outside. I like how Vildor. Watch Vildor break. He sees it. He squats. Look at him coming up.
But Phil, that speaks to some more options on this offense because you see who is Damian Williams flexing out, and you still have Montgomery in there.
Yes.
So
that's a key. You're able. I want to see how that's going to be because that running back room to me, obviously Tariq Cohen, he's going to be out. I'm just telling you, they're going to put him on.
Yeah, I think. Well, he's already on pup. I don't think he's going to come off it. He's going to be a mid-season guy. They're going to
look at where they're running, Shayne. Look at. I just watched the arrow route that David Montgomery runs. So now you got watch Montgomery. So they spread him out. Now watch Montgomery's arrow route. What he's going to do is press like he's going to go to the flat. Now he turns up. That forces that linebacker to stay. And really, you got weapons here because David Montgomery is going to be a weapon. Let me tell you, a weapon. Yeah, that was a bad pass, Matt.
And Darnell was open initially. You know, he waits and hits Kmet across the flat. But if you watch Mooney flash out, isn't that where he should go right away?
I would probably go to where he's going because
this got to be a better throw.
Yeah, it's got to be a better throw. I think he made the right decision. But you see that 22, Vildor is squatting. Now, we broke down Vildor on TTNL on the patron side. And let me tell you, where he's at his best, Greg, Vildor has football instincts. And really, when you want those turnovers, if you got a Eddie Jackson being able to play with instincts and a corner that's playing with instincts, because obviously you lose Kyle Fuller, you're going to get some turnovers here. Vildor is somebody that really excites me here. I'm more excited about Vildor than I am Jalen Johnson. I swear to God.
Jalen's look good, and you'll see that here as well. But, we got guys. And now the next one is a sack, so we'll see how the offensive line
is Andy Dalton. Oh,
wow. He's holding his knee there.
He got hurt.
Did they cart him off?
No, and I didn't. When it happened,
you watch that knee.
Oh,
gosh, damn!
And James Daniels falls over him. That's Latavius Simmons. Watch his foot buckles.
Yeah.
That's Soldier Field turf.
I'm not sure if he returned or not. I didn't see any reports on Twitter about it. Everything's happening so fast.
He grabbed his knee. He grabbed his leg quick.
That looks bad. And you're losing your guard there, tripping over him. Let me see the other side one more time. Let's see. I don't know who's playing. That's Cole Kmet does a good job on the corner blitz. They sent it.
So let's get to the next one. Let's hope Simmons is okay. This is Fields play action over the middle, and this is over the last 3 days. I only saw one deep ball from Fields, caught it, which was got it captured on tape, but everything has been intermediate, and his best throws are coming over the middle. He certainly throws with a lot of confidence and has a lot of confidence in his arm strength, which you will see. This is a little bit of a longer video because I didn't cut it down.
We could talk over the huddle here. You got 72. Obviously, Alex Barr is playing right guard. There's my boy Island at center. Ryan Nall in the backfield. Here's JP Holtz goes in motion. Now you got single back. Trying to fake inside zone. You saw this a lot. That play shut down. Jesse James is a guy that excites me, Shane. They picked this guy up. I was a huge Jesse James fan coming out of Penn State.
Well, both
the
guys.
Steelers got him.
Jake Butt ended up retiring, and then that's what I think they got wind of that a little bit early and went out and signed Jesse James. And these are the types of under the and he's a guy that you can get some more speed out of. And when you're talking about him as a tight end 3, that's some quality depth there.
Yeah,
that the Bears haven't had at that position in a long, long time, and he's standing out. I mean,
this guy's a big target.
Yeah, and he's experienced. He's experienced, and he's a guy that brings traits that you want at that position, and that stuff all adds up. I mean, you're going before. I mean, can you remember when we were getting excited about JP Holtz at one point when he, was showing some impression and stuff like that?
Screenplay.
Yeah, exactly. Versus Dallas. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, JP, you have an opportunity to turn. What do you say, Greg? Course correct.
That's right.
So Jesse James, though, let me say this real quick. I saw him in his presser today. Did you see it, Shane?
I did not see his. No.
Okay. So this guy's all about football. He doesn't want to answer shit. So I like him even more. Jesse James, somebody we got to watch. What is it? It's not this Saturday, next Saturday.
That's right.
Greg Braggs, our guy, Alex Acevedo and Braggs, another crossover. They'll be live at the game. I can't. Dolphins, Bears, the first preseason. We'll be covering that shit like nobody else with you, Greg, on TTNL that day. BHL.
That's right. Twitter account just get locked? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You see his face? Oh my God!
Freeze that and play that.
Greg had a little He just went.
I've been worried about it all day because, of course, everything's got to blow
his hands
up.
Went straight down. His face went flushed.
I've been worried about it all day. To be honest with you, it's ridiculous. Just for silly little football plays. So here's a little Mahomes impersonation. A little sidearm action here.
Oh, good job by 72 picking up that. Oh, our guy. Watch the right tackle here. You're gonna get a game stunt. So he's got to push both guys. They come off a blitz. So they send a blitz. So you saw how he passed it to the guard. One more time, watching guard tackle play. Right guard, right tackle. So this is 72. That's actually Tyrone Wheatley Jr.
Yeah.
Tyrone Wheatley, former Giant, former Michigan running back. He's going to pass the defensive lineman. And I think that's our guy, Angelo Blackson, Shane. Number 90. Did you see him?
He is number 90. Yep.
So he passes him and then picks up. That's a great job on that side. One more time. Let's watch Justin Fields here now. Focusing in on Justin. They're going to go max protect and release. Max protect. Could have been sacked. Now Justin you got to find those passing windows.
Still calm in the pocket and didn't scream for his mother like we're used to. So
he comes off base. off base. I don't worry about angles and stuff like that. As long as you get it to where it's supposed to be. One more time, Greg. Great showcase of what Shayne's saying. Passing, angles, not being frustrated. Great job, Dieter Eisland on Tunga. Is that Tunga or is it 79? Maybe it's 79. Great job by the center locking out, but you got to be excited there. Obviously, it's practice. I love the angle. Throw it, deliver, get Ryan Nall. Ryan Nall, interested in seeing him. This guy's been on the roster. We had him on our show, Greg. Great human being, great worker.
It's going to be tough for him to stick on this roster the way that it's constructed.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, maybe I think
because of Cohen,
they're gonna add a couple of guys to the practice squad, obviously, especially at that position. But him making the 53, I wouldn't. I'd be pretty surprised myself.
So we're rolling right along, and now we've got another throw to J.P. Holtz from Justin Fields. It would have been a sack.
Definitely would have been a sack.
Yep.
J.P. Holtz. J.P. Let me see. I got to watch it again. All right. 79. Awful job up top.
Patty cake.
Holy shit. That was Leno light. Just let him go. Didn't even put a hand on him. And then 64's fixing his shoe because he doesn't want the coach to yell at him. Bars, let him see him. And there you go. But you got to again, Justin Fields, you want to see the mechanics one more time. We'll talk it through. High snap. Eisland got to get it down. Over the top. Delivers. You get it. Listen, the line isn't going to be perfect. Well, it's Traore. Traore. And these are now you're mixed match because you're down 2.
Badara Traore from LSU.
UDFA, from LSU.
Now, he had COVID last year, right, Shayne? Wasn't that the story of him? I can't
remember. I know he dropped a lot of weight, but he needed to. When they signed him as a UDFA, he was huge.
He was too heavy.
Yeah, he was.
Again, guys, we're breaking down. This is Thud. They want to see. I like what the side's doing here, Shayne. We're not even talking about the defense. They're throwing some blitzes here. So the linebacker is coming, and then obviously the left tackle does a shitty job.
When number 1 is in there, you should throw all that.
I love that. I agree with you. You would be, if you were the defensive coordinator, I'm the offensive coordinator. We're talking. I want you to send me as much as you possibly. I want you to try to confuse them, because that's where your mistakes are, where you learn.
Yep.
Even the offensive line. You saw there was a trip. There's a wrong slide protection. So these things are all fixable mistakes. It's when you're not physical or you're not trying hard that you concern yourself. Go ahead.
Here's the next video here, and Iggy with a nice little pass breakup at the back end of this play.
Nice. Going to Jesse James again, the big tight end out of Penn State. Here we are. Empty set. Matt Nagy's favorite. Again, Wheatley Jr., the right tackle. Does a good job here. I'm going to watch the center. Dieter controls that guy. The Riley Ridley sighting.
He was open.
Riley Ridley open on the dig.
Oh, yeah.
Come to this side.
Very open.
You should be going to this side when you see that front side. One more time, Greg. So as a quarterback, 1, 2, 3, go. He's throwing off. Watch. He threw a mitt. Watch him. I'm watching now. Justin Fields. Watch his counterbalance. What does he do? Falls away and left. Falls away and left.
And Blackson's going to surprise some guys. He is a big human being, and he is explosive. Saying. Yeah, Blackson.
I'm excited, but we broke him down too.
Yeah, we did.
So moving along now, we've got Andy Dalton sighting to Darnell Mooney.
Oh, we got Cole Kmet, Jimmy Graham, 2 tight ends. My favorite formation right here. Look at going to go. Oh, nice throw. Is that Dalton?
Yeah, Andy had a few nice throws on the
Andy
day.
Dalton, empty here. Oh, excuse me. Single back, straight drop, 7-step. Andy sitting in that pocket. Who's going up against Akeem Hicks here? Is that Wheatley Jr. again? Or is it 72 or 79? I can't get his number here. Next to Jimmy Graham.
Right.
No, it's
73.
73.
Oh, that's Lachavius.
Yeah, I think Ryan Cox mentioned it earlier that he's pretty positive that he did play through that. So
yeah, because
there you go. Lachavius got back up, going one-on-one against one of the best.
Don't forget that's a end of the 7th round guy from last year.
Let's watch it. Ghost of Judah tribe pointing out we haven't even got to that. Again, Greg's going to bring these plays tomorrow. We're going to do some of these again, right, Greg? Because this is a lot of.
We're going to do most of these tomorrow. I think by the sounds of it. I think what are we 5 deep now?
Bore 'em. Oh, there's gold. That's why when you're watching tape, obviously I don't have the coach's clicker here, but watch Larry Borum at left tackle here, Shayne. Watch what he does. I think Khalil Mack drops into coverage.
Yeah. That was to honor Chuck Pagano.
So here he is, just stalemates that guy. Lock him out. Great job by Borum.
Hey, he's got that. Just real quick, play that one more time, Greg, and Phil. Just speak on his technique there because that's what you want to see.
Exactly. He is patient here. Now, as a patron, you would have known Borum is my father's favorite offensive tackle in this
Greg
draft.
Could upgrade his equipment. We could.
No, it's not even because on my phone,
uploading.
It's completely clean. It's the for whatever reason with the upload with some of these on the calibration, it's weird because on my phone it's completely clean. Hopefully, I can get you guys some cleaner versions tomorrow. I don't know what's up with that.
Listen, right there to Shayne's question. Play it one more time. These are things you got to get excited about. This is a trade. They're going to go 2 tight ends, single back, 7-step. So the guard is going to kick out and give Larry Borum the patience and strength. He doesn't panic. So there's no reaching.
Well, that's the thing.
There's just patience.
It is practice, but you want to see him maintain the technique.
I love that technique. For a lot. I mean, listen, you got to be excited because I'll go all the way back to the top of the show where Shayne said, you don't bring in some veteran off the street to appease Rick Morrissey or whoever the fuck. What's that dude, that negative dude all the time?
Dan Wiederer.
Dan Wiederer. Don't appease Wiederer. Just work these reps with these young tackles that are showing talent here. Wheatley Jr. has shown me some good things on Greg's tape. Borum has showed me some good. Lachavius Simmons. So now you're getting these young bucks some opportunities here to find the answers at a position you know you were terrible at last year. Whoever those guys early in the show, I'm worried about Leno now. Like, no. Are you worried about your Atari 2600 too?
Such a loser mentality. But this is what the Bears need to move on. I mean, Bears fans need to move on from. It's God.
I agree.
So here's one of the best throws, in my opinion, of the day. And on the video, if you heard the audio, there's a lady next to me. It's like, wow, at the end of the throw, because it really did have some zip on it from Justin Fields, of course.
Here we go. Motion. Great job by the center and guard there. Look at this, Greg.
He drives
here, Gregory.
You can't even see the ball. It's crazy.
Action. I love the action. Look at Nall chase the block. You could sense that it's important.
Just watch Jesse. I was laughing at Jesse James. Roll it back here. The end of the line. Watch. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh no, he pulled
patty cake. Yeah,
he pulled a Chris Jackal on that one.
Everything was great. I looked at that. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Well, he does go back.
No, I know. He had to go back because everybody else was back there.
He thought the guy was going to come. Watch. He thinks. I think that's.
But there
Gibson,
was zero
right?
power in that.
Gibson drops. Right. Then he comes to help. Your boy Black's in there going against who is the right tackle here. I love that we can keep going through these. Is it 72? It is. It's Wheatley. He got up a little too high there against your boy Blackson. You gotta love this stuff, man. I love the game of football. Greg calling me on my ride home from work today. Phil, we gotta go do this tonight. I need you to break down these videos. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
All I see is you're talking all these other elements I would never catch. I mean, when I'm at a game, I watch the throw. I see, and I think that's a lot of fans. They watch where the ball goes. They don't see the other elements of the play, and that's what I appreciate about you guys. You really break it down to where you understand all the different components that go into making a successful singular play happen. And I think a lot of football fans don't appreciate that enough until you hear someone like you break it down in that way.
Well, I appreciate that. I really take a lot of pride in the breaking of narrations. Like Shayne has been instrumental in being like, no, fight this, show it. The tape never lies. It never does. Greg giving us the instruments, the paints to showcase these things is so exciting because you're seeing a lot of positive things. And Justin Fields there,
blurry paints
on one play is showing you the whip, the ball. One more time, Greg. On
it
that
zips, man. Oh,
watch
man,
the whip. Now, this is just the training wheels are on right now. We're going through practice here. Here he is, off action, in the pocket, find the open guy, deliver the football. Obviously, you're seeing it from the television angle when the NFL decides to give us coaches
in body structure there with Travis Gibson, number 99. That's a guy that put in some work this offseason. You'll see him there at the end of the clip. Walking back.
Yeah, he's dropping back into coverage.
Yeah.
There he is. Right there. He's a thick number 99. It's exciting, man. I mean, Justin Fields a whipping. I mean, you see it one more time. Watch him. He's got to fully turn his shoulder. So his back is turned. See? Fake, then square.
And it seems like his eyes were looking left, too.
He looks left because he has to action. Look left. Deliver, know your route, believe in the throw, step into it, perfectly done, and hit that. Shayne, when do we hit the middle seams?
Oh my God, Phil!
It's been since Eric Kramer that
how many?
Maybe Jay a couple times.
The middle seams and how many?
One more play, Greg.
Do you have
one more.
Yeah, we'll do one more and then we'll bounce out here.
One more play, motion again, action. Oh, this is the same play. It's the same play. Greg's tricking us.
Oh, I thought you said, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to. Okay, so
one more new play.
One more. Let's do a couple.
Lost 10 listeners.
Couple more.
Okay, couple more.
Right,
two more plays.
You see Fields with the arm. Now you get to see him with his legs.
Oh, look at this. Shayne, do you see what's going on here? Go back. Forget his legs for a second. Who's playing left tackle here?
Well, I'm looking at Ty Wheatley's son at right tackle, and I didn't like that part right there, but he
recovered. He recovered. But look who's playing left tackle. That's Alex Bars.
Yep.
And no one has told you that except just now, playing left tackle. Now he's breaking up. Look at the athleticism. Obviously,
they mentioned it publicly.
Did they?
That he got some reps. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not seeing Hambright just.
He had a tough day today.
Yeah, Hambright
was not right.
Two more, and then we'll let the rest be for the Tape Never Lies Network. Keeping it 100 tomorrow night. That was Wednesday, every Wednesday, starting at what time, Phil?
8:30. That is 8:30 East. That's 7:30 Central. Right. Tomorrow we're gonna have Greg Braggs, the guy right here, the vision, the eyes, the guy that captures the paints for us, and Bear reports.
Phil, and up next tonight on the TTNL network. Okay. It's One Up Fantasy.
Yes.
So everybody that's listening now, Steven Johnson.
Jackal will tell you about all the great Oklahoma quarterbacks. So here is Jalen Johnson with the pick on Andy Dalton, and then with the boot.
Andy didn't have enough time in the pocket there. Look at that pass rush.
Throwing late on the deep comeback. That's what will happen to you when you throw late on the big comeback route. I think he's just trying to stretch. He should have went to 8 or 6.
Yeah, if you can hit Damian Williams out of the backfield against Danny Trevathan, that's and believe me, I love
Let's
Danny.
watch it again.
You have to take that every fucking time.
Yeah, it should have been 1. I got the matchup. Throw to 8. That's
open.
what it should have been. Yeah. That's how my eyes see it every time.
Jalen booting that thing. So
you like that? I hate that. I'm like,
I think it's
go the fuck back. Put the ball into the bucket thing. Right?
Well, they did. Iggy tried to pull the bucket out, and then they were like, "Go back."
Yeah, you blew it.
Like, so he kicked the ball away, so no bucket for Jalen. And so, like I said, there's plenty of stuff to dissect tomorrow. There's another 15, 20 videos I got here, but
you did a great job, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Seriously.
And, obviously a few plays in particular went viral here today, so I certainly want you to break down the big bomb touchdown. We can, all, live in the glory of this one last time. Again, it's training camp. We've seen Mitch throw plenty of bombs at camp. It's nothing to throw a ticker tape parade about, but it's nice to see him go downfield and drop a dime. So here it is with the sound, and then we'll play it with no sound. So there it is in all its glory. Justin Fields.
We like the torque on the footwork. You see the crow step, and then he's delivering. That's just great adjustment by number 13. Do you have a name on him?
Yeah, that's Rodney Adams, who's made a few plays with Justin here in the last few days.
And he's been around a little bit. I mean, in Chicago.
I think he's from Denver.
Yeah.
Didn't he play at Auburn? Is that where he's from? Can you check on him, Greg?
Yeah,
should say his. This kid,
South
Florida. There you go. South Florida. Look at him adjust to the route, but I love the delivery and release point here. He's attacking down the football field. You're going 7-on-7 drill. He takes the shot that you want to see. And you see, even you're leaving. So throw that ball, gets it right over the top. Great adjustment, body control. And once more, the focus. Watch his helmet. His eyes are on the prize. You catch the ball with your eyes first. Always eyes through the hands. The angle of this football and the delivery is the perfect job by Justin Fields. Got to be excited. So tomorrow we'll be live. Keep it at 100. Greg Bragg's bringing his bucket of paints, his tape paints with us. We're going to be breaking this stuff down on Keeping It 100. We also have our guy from Bear Report, Zach Pearson, is going to be talking about all things camp, the COVID stuff. And obviously there's going to be another presser with Coach Nagy tomorrow. Hopefully Zach has some nuggets for us and who's really standing out there, because there's days our boy Greg can't get there. So I'm excited. I love the fact that you had the idea of doing this, Greg. And say what it is that you said. My last point, this is practice and is training camp, but you know what? It's football, man, and it's fun. And we had no script here tonight. I didn't even know these plays, and it was just a blast to jump on with you, break this stuff down. You're going to be seeing a lot of this during the season, so hopefully subscribe to Greg's YouTube channel. Twitter.
You can join the tens of people subscribe to that.
Tens of
Well, subscribe to The Tape Never Lies on YouTube as well. We're going to be bringing a whole mess of stuff, and Bears Hour Live will make its premiere the day you and Alex are there. So
that's
I
right.
appreciate
Me and Alex Acevedo going to be in the tunnel when Justin Fields runs out in his official first game in the Bears uniform. So obviously preseason, not regular season, but certainly looking forward to that. And yes, we have plenty more to cover. Like I said, we got some Bilal Nichols stuff, Danny T, more Fields lasers. You got a lot of different stuff. So this is perfect because I know Phil wanted to say, let's save some early in the morning before I did anything. He's like, save me a perfect play. But I got about 15 more for you that are very nice. But I wanted to highlight some stuff tonight after, such a big day, and obviously things going haywire after practice, and a lot of different big outlets sharing my social media stuff along. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys hopping on here tonight to really explain what we're seeing here. And it's not just highlight central. I can put the highlights up, and then you can do the explaining. I think that's a perfect match there, and when it's all said and done. So again, 10 minutes away from the One Up Fantasy Football Show with Chris Jackal and Steven Johnson, my good buddy Chris Jackal. And we're going to have some fun tomorrow night.
Smash the like button. Smash the like button.
Smash it all day long. And I'm always doing a lot of my work on Twitter, but I'm on Facebook and YouTube obviously as well. So appreciate everybody joining us, and appreciate you, Phil and Shayne, for bringing your crazy 100 crew, death-starved Chicago Bears fans, thirsty for Chicago Bears content, and we've got no shortage of that here over at Brags and Stan, so I'm happy to share it along with you guys as well. So tomorrow night, Wednesday night, get out of here with this. This is what happens when we give Shayne control of my stuff, because then all this craziness starts happening, and my goodness gracious, never a dull moment with Shayne and Phil. And that's what we'll be doing tomorrow night, having some more fun on Keeping It 100, the Tape Never Lies Network. So excited for that, obviously, and excited for more Chicago Bears football here coming up next Saturday for the first preseason game, which me and Alex Acevedo will be in attendance for. So we'll wrap things up with that, put a bow on it. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll end it with a video of the man of the people, Justin Fields.
Yes.
Shaking
hands
in all his glory. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Justin Fields!